Hey, everybody. This is Lifting the Veil with Terry and
Rhonda.
today we have Michelle Walker, our wonderful favorite astrologer. And she's here again to talk about this winter. I almost said summer, the winter
I wish.
solstice. I'm putting it out there. Summer, summer. Our, win- our winter solstice and all that's going on with the planets.
Yes.
So, Michelle,
So
give
much.
us the bad news. Give us the good news.
It's
Well, we've got
not,
what, 10 more days till the solstice, too.
I know.
I
yeah,
can't
Well,
wait. Then we'll start gaining daylight back.
yeah, it's
exactly.
oh,
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's when I guess, people don't, I'm always surprised about that. When you're going through December and everything is all freezy and everything, and then they say, okay, winter is officially kicked in on the 21st. It's like, well, what have we been going through the last couple of months, right? But that it is, it's the official start, the official kickoff of winter is the winter solstice on December 21st. And this year it happens at, let's see, what time does that happen exactly? 10:03 a.m. in the morning.
mm,
And it's a Sunday morning. So it's, yeah. Um, and we all know that this is when the sun hits its lowest point in the sky. That's why I have my little solstice background here. And we experience the shortest day, the longest night of the year. And it's also when some astrologically fueled shifts are coming our way. They really are. December is just it's a magical month. I know some people are going, "What? What's she talking about?" But we started off December with a nice, calm. November was, can I say the word suck?
Yeah.
mm.
Okay, December was
You can cuss on here if you want.
November was sucky. It really was. November we had Mercury retrograde, but it wasn't just Mercury retrograde. We had five other planets or orbs retrograding all at the same time. And it was 2025's way of just really winding down and getting ready for the big shifts that we are in the midst of experiencing right now. I also want to add this. It's interesting. It's not just the culmination of 2025 that we're looking at. We're looking at the culmination of the last, I mean, 6 to 10 years. This has been a huge cycle. We're ending it right now. We're starting it now. It's not going to be just bang. We're in this brand new era. That's what this month is all about. We are making decisions. But anyway, let me get back to the solstice here. Lots of shifts are happening. The first most significant one is the sun moves from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So that's a big shift. And think of those two energies. Sagittarius is optimistic and happy, go lucky, adventurous, intellectual, fun, and very philosophical in its approach, but it's also ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of good fortune and growth. So there's always, if you're born a Sagittarius, you're always kind of have a lucky star with you because you're born under Jupiter, basically. Then we shift into Capricorn. It couldn't be a more significant shift. It goes from frivolity a little bit to being extremely serious, upwardly climbing the top of that mountain. It's ruled by the planet Saturn, which is the old man of the zodiac. It's the old wise sage who wants us to follow the rules and wants what's best for us, but wants us to work hard for it and be disciplined. So, but that's the thing about December. We go from Sagittarius and then we go into Capricorn, which starts our new year. Capricorns can have fun too. And I think I've said this to the two of you. If you want to have a good time, sit next to a Capricorn. If you're going into a meeting and you want to laugh secretly by sitting next to a Capricorn is they have the best, most dry,
Mm.
sarcastic sense of humor is that
My
you
daughter's a Capricorn.
They
it's so
really do.
they do.
She cracks me up. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not, I don't want to give them a bad rap. Caps are really awesome. They're funny, but they're just serious. They have a dry sense of humor, which is very in line with their ruling planet Saturn. So, and of course, the solstice astrology forecast depends on your sign. And if you like, I've prepared something for each sign, something short, so we can kind of give a little bit of
That's
guidance.
cool.
Is
Yeah.
that
That's
okay?
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I do want to say, a couple little things. The actual day A little warning about it. It is kind of a caution day. It's December 21st. I'm looking at it right here. We have the moon in Capricorn, the day that the sun enters Capricorn. So it's double Capricorn energy. We also have the sun squaring Neptune, which just went forward. So it's a lot of haze and fog and confusion. We're going to have a little bit of haze all month. Venus is squaring Saturn. That's not so good. That, I mean, this is just problems. It's problems. It's roadblocks. It's like we take one step forward and three steps back. It's going to kind of feel like that around this time. Plus, we also have Mercury squaring the North Node, our direction, where we're going. So there's all these squares. Jupiter is squaring Chiron, our wounds and things like that. So I have to say, I when I looked at the month of December, I marked the 21st as a CCC day. C means caution. It is probably the most challenging day of the whole month because we're going to have, I would say a good suggestion is as a Sunday, just really take the day off. Like try not to force anything because the more you force, the less progress you're going to have. Just take everything one step at a time. That's what Saturn wants us to do. Just take
Now,
it.
what day is this? The 21st or the
21st, it's a Sunday, and it happens at 10:03 in the morning. 10:03 in the morning. Some of us will be in church. I will be in church playing handbells with the handbell choir that day, and it's yeah, it's going to be the energy is going to be a little. It might be a little tough. It might be a challenging day for us. We have some. If for those of you who would like to have a monthly calendar where you can go and look at each date and see the aspects and see if it's a challenging day or if it's a positive day or if it's a mixed day, go to my website. Go to Mystical Musings by Michelle. That's with one L. .com and go down to my blogs and I've every month has a whole list of dates just so you can follow them. This is a nice guide that shows you is this what kind of planetary aspects are we having today, and so kind of makes things a little simple. Anyway,
All right.
any questions for me?
I just wish things would get better. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I've been climbing a mountain for like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been through
You know,
literally hell.
Mm-hmm.
Hell,
I don't
starting
know about
starting
yeah,
at the end of October.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I hear you. Well, November was tough because of all
Mm.
the retrogrades. And December, like I said, December started off like a breath of fresh air. It was just sort of like it relaxed, things died down, Mercury is going forward again. But what we're doing right now, this is our theme for December, our job for December, if we choose to accept it, is to let go of the past, to take this time and hermit, all of us, every single sign. There's not one sign except for, I will tell you, the two exceptions are Gemini and Sagittarius. They're supposed to do it too, but they have a little better energy this month. But everyone is being asked this month to examine the past, look to the future, make sure we know where we're going because it might not be where you thought it was 2 or 3 months ago. It probably isn't. Probably after November, we all have shifted. I know I have. I know I'm going in another direction now, which is, but we can all feel in our gut how critical the decisions that we're making right now because next year we're switching. We're switching from earth and water energy, which we've had for years, and we're finally getting to fire air energy. And as if we know anything about fire air energy, it's fast energy. And our nodes, our north and south node are going to move from Pisces Virgo to Aquarius and Leo. So we're having a whole shift as to where we're going personally and societally. So intuitively, we know once we get on our train, our little life train here, it's going to be difficult to stop it. So that's why this is the month to think things through. Just be as analytical as we could be. Take our time with it. Go with your gut. Dream about it. Ask the universe. Like Terry always tells me, go to bed at night, ask the universe, and you'll wake up with answers, or maybe it takes a little bit of time, but carefully choose your path, because once we get started next year, it's going, it's going, it's going, and you don't want to be on the wrong train. You don't want to be going someplace you don't want to be going. So,
So when is the transformation going to start?
well, we're in it.
I
Leo,
mean, you
yeah.
said next year, so is it going to like be
Oh,
like
well, actually, this year was an interesting year. Saturn, we all our major planets. I don't want to take too much time and go through each planet, but say for example, the main one is Pluto. Pluto was in Capricorn for like 18 years, I believe. Then it was going back and forth to Aquarius, and now it's been in Aquarius air sign. So we've got that. That's our foundation. And so that was sort of the impetus, the start. Now, Uranus is interesting. Uranus has been in Taurus for about I don't have the figures in front of me. I think 8 years, and Uranus hates being in Taurus. It's this not a good combination. It went into Gemini this year in 2025, and it was good. I mean, like things really started pick for Taurians. They were like, "Whoa, this is great." It went back into Taurus though, so it's back there, but it's
Mm.
going permanently. Everything's shifting back at the beginning of 2026. Same with Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Neptune have been traveling together, which is yeah, the big planets travel together for a while and then separate. And for now, Saturn and Neptune are together, and they went from Pisces into Aries together, which was great. But then they retrograded. Now Saturn is direct again. Neptune is stationing direct tomorrow, by the way, on the 10th, and they'll all move permanently into Aries. So every one of these moves are going from either water or earth going into fire or air.
And
And
how long are they going to stay there
hmm
in the fire?
years. Let's see. Aquarius is going to be like 20 something years.
Hmm.
Uranus is going to be about 10 years. Saturn's going to be about 3 years. Neptune's going to be about 8 or 9 years. So we've got a big push of fire and air energy, which is fantastic for cardinal signs, fantastic for air and fire signs, and not bad. You know what? It's not bad for the water and earth signs to have to deal with having a little bit of fire and air for a while, because we've been dealing with it, right? Yeah, but all of us are kind of a mix, though. Some of us are a mix. I know, for example, Terry, you're an Aries, but you're a Scorpio rising, so you are water and fire. And Rhonda, you're a Cancer rising,
and
Scorpio.
Scorpio
Yeah,
sun.
you're a double. Yeah, so you're a double, but you have a Sagittarius in there, don't you? Isn't your Mercury in Sag or something?
I I don't know, but my moon is in Cancer. I know that.
Okay. Oh, that's
So
that's
that
strong.
makes this hell that I've been going through made it a lot worse,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
emotional wise.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be a better energy for all of us for a while. We've needed a break. It gets to be one energy is too much, and so we need this balance, and all of us are going to feel it. So, and it's going to be optimistic, and it's going to move fast. And yes, we already have been kind of dipping our toe in it. Then we had retrograde season. And now we're coming out of it. And once we hit 2026, the planets are going to just start tumbling back into their new positions, which we had a trial. We already had a trial run of it. We've already dipped our toe into that energy. So, yeah, once we get into this, once we have the solstice, we have a shift in energies. We're going to start balancing our work and relations and personal needs. And yeah, and it's a good time to really cocoon, hermit, and set our purposeful aspirations for our next cycle, which is going to be a long and significant one. So, anyway, do you want me to go ahead and go sign by sign?
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be
really,
fun.
it's really important to really pay attention to your rising sign. Try to know your rising sign, first of all. That's important because that affects when and how everything happens to you. And I know I say this over and over again, I'm a broken record, but I'm an Aries. And I always wondered when I was young, because I was always into astrology since I was really young. And I would read my astrological report and I'd be like, okay. But then when
Yeah,
I
me too.
found out, yeah, but then when I found out I'm Cancer rising, I started reading Cancer first, then Aries, and it's like, oh, it made so much more sense to me. It made sense. because the rising sign not only determines how you look, your exterior, how you appear to other people, but it sets your whole chart in motion. So, how and when things happen to you is determined by your rising sign. So, when I'm reading through these signs, pay attention to your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon as well.
You know, that's something interesting about the three of us.
Hmm.
Carrie is an Aries with the Scorpio rising. I'm Scorpio with Cancer rising. And you're Aries with a Cancer.
Hmm.
So you can, we're all three connected.
We are, and
Mhm.
also, and Terry, even though well, I don't, she's got an awesome chart. I just love it. She is a Scorpio rising, but she's on the cusp. She's a double cusper. I love it, double cusper, because she's born on the cusp of Aries, and then she's also a cusp with her rising sign. So she's got a lot of influence with Sagittarius in her first house. Even though I know sometimes she's like, oh, Sagittarius, but I so anyway. But she does
Well,
have
I do have some Sagittarian tendencies.
yes,
I've been noticing that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't want to admit it, but yeah.
No, no, no. I love
And
Sag.
no offense to Sages, because I have good friends that are Sages.
Hmm. Yeah, I
I
love.
just I just have a relative I can't stand who's a Sag.
We always know one. You know, I used to be a teacher, and that's sort of like funny when you've ever been a teacher. You always have names that you don't like for
Yeah,
no
yeah.
reason. And because I'm an astrologer, and I never made that
Mhm.
clear to I never told my students, but I would always look at I'd look at their birth dates like, what am I dealing with here? Only so it could help me handle them
It,
better.
it does help you though. It really does. If you can't understand a person, it does help to look up their signs and figure out a little bit more.
Rhonda, that is so wise. I love that. That is what astrology does. It helps us understand. It helps us detect patterns, understanding. It helps us make sense of
Mhm.
this place we're living, this planet.
It's like, oh, okay, she's not a bitch. She's just you know,
She's a Scorpio.
you understand it a little bit more.
Exactly. Just a Scorpio.
She's a Scorpio.
Now, come on. Scorpios are some of the most maligned souls on the face of this earth. I love Scorpios. So
Yeah, but we can be bitches. Excuse my language.
can be, but you know.
Okay, give us a spill. Give us the beans.
Let's
Yep.
go through. Okay, our Aries. I'll start with Aries, of course. Cardinal, fire sign. Breakthrough and ambitions for Aries because we've got Saturn going into their sign. So they could have some challenges. They might have some roadblocks, but all the challenges that they're experiencing are helping them to reach the top of that mountain. Aries in the next 3 years can get that corner office CEO, podcast, become stars, all that stuff. Aries are booming for the top, leadership potential, powerful new chapter of success. Now, I'm saying this, and in about 3 or 4 months, all my Aries people are going to be saying, what the hell were you saying? Yeah, because you're going to have some challenges. You're going to have some, and this is what Saturn does. Let me explain Saturn. Saturn comes in and goes, I want her to be successful, but damn, she's lazy in the afternoon. And if she doesn't stop this or whatever, and so Saturn throws little messages at you. You got to stop this. You got to stop this. And you pay attention to Saturn's lessons. You learn the lessons and you succeed and you become awesome. That's all. That's all it does. Okay. So, but this year for Aries too is about forgiveness. It's really about forgiveness, letting things go so we can start 2026 fresh, clean slate. It's been a busy, emotional 5 to 10 years for poor Aries. It really has. So accept that we're all doing our best, just like Rhonda said. I love that, Rhonda. And let go, forgive, focus on the future you want to create. All right. Now, Taurus, they're a fixed sign, earth sign. And Taurians, they still have silly old Uranus went back into their sign just for a wrapping up stuff. And so they're probably like, because they were so happy when Uranus went into to Gemini, which, by the way, Uranus loves being in Gemini and Gemini loves Uranus. So they're all pinging and happy together. So Uranus will leave. I think it's in February, if I'm not mistaken permanently, but I might be wrong about that. So, but goes back into Gemini very soon. But for Taurians, focusing on financial stability, deep inner work, material security, especially as the year ends. And for 2026, get off the fence. You might be confused about where you have to focus your energies and where you belong. So follow your gut, who to be with, say yes or no. Like, you might, if you've been indecisive about something, and that's Uranus, by the way, finishing up his little stint in your sign, say no. Say no, because you never know, it might come back around, and people will respect a no. People will respect a boundary more than you being flaky or seeming like you're flaky, because there's no one less flaky than a Taurus. So for Taurus, make space for something that's important to you and something new. Think new, let go, and you'll never know what'll come back to you. For my Geminis, mutable signs, air sign. Now, Gemini's had it tough. They had Jupiter, lucky Jupiter, go through its sign last year, but it did a lot of stuff. There were a lot of conflicts. So they really didn't get the full enchilada with Jupiter. I kind of feel sorry for them. But Jupiter is in their second house of money. So that's giving them a good financial juju. So that's good. But for Gemini, potential career hurdles right now, or a possible relationship strain. So they need to focus on clear communication and connections, which is something they love anyway. But they need to buckle down, and they need, at the end of this year, they need to get their professional life in order, because they've been working, and things haven't been going their way. And now things are starting to go their way. So before we get into 2026, your direction is demanding some fine tuning. Higher purpose is the key. And in 2026, opportunities are going to be there to attract other people to help you, and you want to be able to take advantage of that. But you need to step up and be a leader, Gems. Don't be so friendly. You can be a leader as well, and don't be afraid to be the boss, because sometimes Geminis, they're like, they like to be at the water cooler and gossip a lot, and so that's not really a boss kind of behavior. And but they need to let that go a little bit, and they need to embrace their inner, what is it? What is that part in Miranda in The Devil Wears Prada? Or that Meryl Streep plays? Miranda Priestley, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Some people will know that reference anyway. So embrace that. For Cancers, cardinal sign, water sign. This is really a time for Cancers for some deep emotional renewal and new beginnings, and finding comforts and traditions, of course. But, we still have Jupiter in Cancer right now. And that's really good, Rhonda, for you having Cancer rising, me too, because that's really very important for the rising sign. So this is the year of good fortune for Cancers. Jupiter right now, though, is retrograde. It'll be retrograde to the beginning of next year. I think it goes direct, I think, at the beginning of March or something. So embrace your excitement and make it your mission to have fun. And even though it might be like, for Cancers love their family, and they love the holidays, and they love tradition. But in spite of that, or despite it, start planning a big vacation now. Start again, really, it's going to help your energy. It's going to help your energy. Plan a trip, plan an adventure, study, learn, everything having to do with the ninth house, something enriching to your life. Jupiter still in the sign all the way till mid 2026. Get out of your shell, expand your global mindset, because that's going to help you embrace your opportunities for 2026. Because Cancers, first half of the year, they can do no wrong. It's going to be fantastic. And then the second half of the year, money's going to come in. I really hope that's right.
Good. I hope so.
I hope I'm right.
Mary, I'll buy those lottery tickets.
Okay.
Okay. Leos. Oh, my poor Leos. Leos are a fixed sign. They're a fire sign. I usually don't say that, but I want everyone to know the fixed, mutable, cardinal, because people talk about that a lot. So Leo is a fixed sign, and they're also a fire sign. And right now they're working on balancing their personal desires with responsibilities. And it's really a time for them to reignite their inner fire through through discipline. And that's not always easy for my little Leos. So they're into the year mission, and they have been through a lot. Leos are such a bright, shining star, and they just have been through a lot. They've had a lot of no's given to them lately, which is really tough for a Leo. So their mission is to let go of situations, and relationships that feel obsessive, because a little bit of because I'll tell you why. Pluto's in their seventh house. It's in Aquarius, and it's going to be there for a long time. They got to get used to it. So it's been frustrating for them to have that powerful planet in their seventh house. And there has been an obsessive, out of control quality. So they need to step back. They need to remove themselves from possibly unhealthy situations, because 2026 for Leos is going to be the probably one of the best growth years they've had in a long time, for joy, opportunities. So let go of what brings you pain. Don't be obsessive about it. Step back, embrace what's good for you in your future, and you can keep this in mind. And all of us, but especially Leos, you can't control other people. You can only control yourself and your responses. So center yourself. That's what you got to do. And then Virgos are mutable earth. And of course, it works out for them because they love health, they love routines, and that's what they should be focusing right now. Self improvement really takes center stage for them this month, making changes for their well being. But Virgos are tired. They're tired. The South Node has been in their sign for a year and a half, almost 2 years. When the South Node is in your sign, I don't want to be vulgar about this, but just think of it this way. The North Node is where we're going. It's the head. The South Node is the other end. So everything is working through you. Like I know someone, yeah, and it's almost like all the changes they're going through are going through their partners. They're being transformed by their partnerships. So anyway, they are tired, and they have to stop giving till it hurts. They have to stop sacrificing, especially if you're a Virgo moon, especially for relationships. Take a break, step back. In 2020, I know, that's what I said, 2026 relationships. There's a karmic flow of give and take in your relationships. It's important to set boundaries and balance in the relationships. And we teach people how to treat us. And when you do nothing, when you've been over giving, people will continue to take advantage of you. So rebalance, step back, and put up those boundaries. And for those who have been showing appreciation, then show your appreciation for caring. That's wonderful. Those people that do step in and care. Any questions so far? I feel like I'm just doing a monologue here.
No, no.
I am.
Well, you touched on my Virgo moon and
Yep.
just waiting on the rest.
Okay, so Libra is a cardinal air sign, and they've also been through a lot. Libras have had a past few years have been a little challenging for them, and they are having major life changes in love and in relationships, and once again a need for balance, and that's a big thing with Libras. They're always looking for that balance, and handling potential disputes with grace, which they usually do, but they've just been tested lately, and it's been difficult because of this self-care instead of self-indulgence. And that's been kind of hard for Libras to, like you kind of go, oh, I want to, you kind of eating your problems away or something like that, or maybe overworking your problems away. So they need to really step back and focus on self-care. Kick up and be healthy now, not 2026. Don't wait for January 1st. Wait for right now. Yeah, you can still have a Christmas cookie or two. But there's a lot of demands for Libra's time, and there will be some contracts coming up and relationships like attracts like. So be what you want to attract. That's the big message for Libra. So and that comes to relationships, but it also comes to jobs as well. You know how they say dress for the job you want to have instead of the one you have? That
Mhm.
is sort of the symbol for Libra right now. Be that person already that you who wants to sit in that position or that director chair or whatever. Yoga, gym, building yourself inside and out, get busy, do that inner work and be responsible. And then here we are at a little sign I love, Scorpio, fixed sign, water sign, deep transformation, releasing the past and fostering creativity as this year is closing. Okay. Um, if you need to RSVP, no, do it because Scorpios need a break right now. They really need a break. Your job right now in 2025 is to tie up the loose ends on some projects, things that are done. They're almost done. They're just almost done. Something you can just wrap up with a sense of victory. Block off some time to dive in and work on your project. It could be a passion project, a romance too, or some kind of joy. Because once you hit 2026, you're going to be like all forces ahead, pragmatic energy ahead. So yeah, just really take your time for yourself, heal yourself, tick off the boxes, but not the starter things. Don't start anything right now. Start that next year. Just get everything cleared, coffers cleared. So when you start 2026, Scorpios go by their gut a lot. And that way everything's clear. You don't have to have these things hanging on you, and you can really choose where you're going with clarity. Clarity is the key. Sagittarians, mutable fire sign. They're shifting right now. Sages have had it. Like all the fire signs have had it. Fire and air signs have had some tough stuff. So have some water signs too. But anyway, so for fire signs, shifting from the broad exploration to focused wisdom, honoring your truth, honoring yourself, your personal authenticity. Like Sages really have kind of been through the ringer a little bit. They need to get back to, because this is where they are naturally, like honoring their inner crazy. Like Sages they're a little goofy, and that's what makes them
Mhm.
wonderful. Their authenticity. And that's what makes them special, because when they're authentic, when they're not trying to be something else and really owning who they are, that's when the good fortune comes to them, because Jupiter's their ruling planet. So, but their big focus right now for Sages is getting their home together. It's about their home. It could be a leaky faucet, a roof, something like that, or it could be moving. It could be moving somewhere, or where you're going to live, where are you going to end up, because their Sages are in a moving process right now, and it's not going to be just a one and done. This is kind of a long-term thing going into 2026. But they will be in the public eye, center stage, even from home. I mean, it could be they might need to turn their home into a studio or something, or a space for success. Take care of that space, because that space, that home space for them, it's all very fourth house related, is the foundation. And so make where you live your top priority, which means also getting down to who you are. Capricorn. Capricorns, cardinal earth signs. This is their season of power, of course, because once we hit the solstice, we're in Capricorn season. Embracing your leadership, of course, stability, and it's a new level of success for you. All year long, Capricorns have been scattering their energy. They felt a little scattered. They're not scattered people. So the fact that they've been pulled and they feel like the rug has been pulled out from under them in many instances, lots of activity, lots of different directions. So they're very similar to Capricorn in a way. They need to make a master list of all their outstanding to-do lists, check it off with a buddy though. That's what's different about Capricorns. Get together with an accountability buddy and plow through that list, because that'll make it easier for Capricorn, which is unusual. Capricorns like to work alone. They really do. They work best alone. But in this instance right now, working with someone else is going to be very advantageous for them. That's because Jupiter is in Cancer, their opposite sign. So just kind of let you know. So, but they also home life is a very is their central focus, is what they're going into 2026, and they need a peaceful space, and that's what matters most for them. And we're just 2 signs away here. Aquarius, the big kahunas, poor Aquarians. They had Pluto go into their sign, and they've just been whiplashed to death. They're a fixed air sign. And as always, it's community, future goals, innovation, reflection for their role in the world. And Aquarians, they are the one sign that thinks bigger picture. They really do. They love their friends. They love their community. They always. I've probably said this before, but I think Oprah Winfrey said this because she's also an Aquarian. The saying is, if you want to know the future, sit next to an Aquarian. There's just something about them. It's like they're hooked into the Pleiades or something. You know, they know what's going on. Actually, it's interesting. I just want to share this with you. Susan Miller, who's an astrologer, and I just love her. Read her. She's great. She was talking about Uranus, which is the ruling planet for Aquarius. When Uranus it's not like it gives you gut instincts and communications, but we don't know where they're coming from. It's like lightning strikes. And she was talking about how she had Uranus in her 12th house one time. She literally had a dream one night about being in a bank that she knew was her bank, but she had never been there before, sitting with the person and had some kind of banking issue. Literally the next morning, she woke up and had something happen in her bank, and she lives in New York City, had to go down, and it was deja vu. She was sitting at that where she dreamed about it, and it was so real. It wasn't like a psychic dream. It was like a movie that she saw. So that's Uranus. So anyway, for our little Aquarians here who have really been through a lot, they truly have. Money is on their mind right now. Opportunities, pursue them. Treat December like a networking opportunity. Aquarians, go to those parties and pass out your business cards or have your phone ready to share all your information. And the last 2 years have really had you questioning your purpose with Pluto, and Pluto is going to be in your sign for quite some time now. So, and you may have been feeling kind of like this volcanic eruption out of sync. But go deeper with it. Be patient, be practical. In 2026, helpful people are going to show up for Aquarians. So talk, network. Right now is the time to start it. Let people know what you want, because that, just naming it, just saying it, is going to open the doors for Aquarians, because they have Pluto in their sign. Pluto is seismic. It truly is. And then our last but not least is Pisces. Linda Goodman, she's another astrologer who passed away, but I love her. She said she used to try to put Pisces first sometimes, but she started to realize that Pisces like being last because they because they want to be there. They don't want to be first. They want to be last. They kind of want to be hid. They're kind of prefer no one even talk about them, really. But not really, but you know what I mean. But they're a mutable water sign. And there's a lot of spiritual growth going on with Pisces. They've had the North Node in their sign now with Virgo's South Node. Everything has been changing. They have experienced Neptune, their ruling planet, in their sign. Saturn in their sign, huge growth. And then the North Node in their sign. Pisces have been through the friggin' ringer. So faith, hope, returning light is coming to you. You know, Neptune in their sign, it's been a wild ride. It's been an identity crisis, but they're entering a new era. Once the North Node has gone through your sign, boom, it's a new era for you, new reality. And this has been happening for them since 2011. So they've been going through this stuff for a lot. So and next year, Saturn and Neptune are leaving your sign. Finally, it's been with you for a long time. So next year, you're going to be grounded and focused and moving forward. And you know what doesn't work for you anymore, Pisces. That's the thing. That's the blessing. That's the blessing that you've received, is the wisdom to know what you don't want, right? Because then when you don't, or what doesn't work for you, and now you know what you want to do, and it could be friendship related, relationships, boundaries, identity shifts. All of it is here, but create space for yourself and let go of what no longer fits for you. And that's what the big takeaway for winter solstice is it's a powerful pivot point, pushing us all to embrace new structure, new maturity, new authenticity, new goals. Because, next year it's a 1 year, right? Is it 2026 a 1 year?
No,
No,
I think it's a 9 year, isn't it?
no, it's
2026? No, it's a
2020.
1 year.
Yeah, it's a 1 year. So
No,
it's new.
I'm going into a 9 year. It's a
You're personally going into it. Yeah.
I
So
can't wait.
yeah, and we're going, like I said, we're going from water, earth, fire, air, 1 year. It couldn't be any more boom. So you're going to have a 1 year with a 9 year.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You sound enthusiastic.
Now, for people that don't know, how do you figure out like Terry's going into a 9 year? How do you figure that out, Terry?
Yeah.
You add across your birth, like you add across your birth, like I'm 3/23, 1956. So three add across, but I do it 2025 instead of 1956.
Oh, so then
So
that's how you
three
see
twenty
the
three
changes.
2025 adds up to 9 if you add it across. You have to, and if it comes into if it ends with a 2-digit number, you have to add those together to make the last number.
Okay, unless is it like if it ends into like 11 or something like that, you don't add them, right?
Well, if it's just a personal year, yeah, you
Okay.
do. But if it's your birth number, no, you don't.
Okay. All right. So people, that's how you can figure it out that you're progressing on to a different number year.
I might teach a class in it, Zoom class or something,
That
because
would be nice.
I use it. I've done it a few times. I always use numerology in my readings. So, but
Mhm.
I also, when I ask for their birth date, I realize what their astrology sign is as well.
Mhm.
So, I get added information with that. So
I always incorporate astrology in with,
I know you're really good at that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
No.
it helps you to, figure it out.
Well,
And
it helps to explain
client.
things to a person too. If they're a certain sign, it helps to give it to them in the way that they would understand it. So it does help.
And
Hmm.
numerology is related to astrology.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, the universe is made up of mathematics, made by mathematics, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
So,
Absolutely. It truly
Yeah.
is. And another thing, Terry, if they buy your book, um, uh, you have a whole chapter in there about
I
numerology.
do.
You
Yeah, I
lay
do have a
all of
chapter.
that out. Like, it not
Mhm.
only like the house number where you live, your birth number, your
Oh, yeah, that's
number,
important
all
to
of that's in
yeah.
that book. So that's a very good
Mhm.
resource. And
And also, if you're doing your house number and you live on a street that's a number, you got to remember to add that street number in there too.
right, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, it's in my book, but you wrote it, so I call it your book.
No, that's your book. And that's really true because then I've got to tell you, you're really right. The house I live in right now, it adds
Mhm.
up to an 8. And yeah, this has been a lot. It's been, yeah, it's exactly how you described it to me. It's been a lot of work, a lot of hard work, a
Mhm.
lot of, and
Mhm.
I'm getting ready to say goodbye to my lovely house, which I love. It's a wonderful house, but it has been a journey for me. And I'm kind of looking forward to saying goodbye to that this year because I've been here for 4 years and I'm
Well,
ready.
what's the number you're moving into? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
Mhm.
I'm in my decision making process
I
right
think
now.
I'm in it
Mhm.
too.
Are you in it?
What's your address?
1739. Isn't that a two?
8 and 3 is 11 and 9 is what? 11 and 9 is 20. Yeah, it's a 2.
And
Well,
what?
two homes can be very loving and you give a lot of love to your animals, man. That's a house full of love right there.
And outside.
You hmm But if it pertains to like a marriage,
Oh no.
there's a lot of work going into that relationship
Well,
in that house.
we've had our ups and downs and stuff, but actually he's become quite my champion and I never expected that.
I
Uh,
love that for you. I do. I love Joe. I think he's wonderful.
He's a Taurus, and he's on the cusp
I've
of
always
Aries.
liked Joe. She picks on him so bad, but I've always liked him.
Well, he picks on me
Well,
too,
and
so.
I have to say, every Taurus I've met, Rhonda, I kind of give them like a grace for the last few years because I remember when Uranus was in Aries, and I had that was not a good time, and yeah, Uranus can be a real SOB, and I've known a lot of Taurians that were walking around the last few years. I mean, just like glassy eyed, and so I always give Taurians a wide berth recently the last few years and give them some grace because I know they're probably going through crap. That's another thing. It's like if you know what they're going through, you're a little more.
I feel sorry for the ones that are going into Pluto because, you and I, Michelle, we've been in Pluto for how long? And I'm done. I'm so fed up. I'm
Wait
so
a minute
glad.
now.
You too.
That's my little planet.
That's
Well,
well, that's your
And that's your planet too, rising.
Yeah.
I know, but it's
You know what? And Joe's a Scorpio rising.
Oh, is he
So
really?
he's a cusp of Aries and Taurus and Scorpio rising. I forgot where he's
wow.
Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
born on Hitler's birthday, I might add.
Oh, please. Let's not go there.
Let's not. Yeah, let's let Hitler go.
Yeah, let's not even talk about.
Let's just let him go.
Well,
Yeah.
Don Mattingly of the New York Yankees, it's his birthday too, so we always associate with him. So
Focus that. Focus
It's
on
better,
that.
I guess.
Yeah, because if you think about it, those poor people that are born on that day, there are wonderful people born on that day as well. So it's nature and astrology, right? So.
And I know people who were born on 9/11 too, and I feel bad for them because it makes their birth date really kind of notorious.
Yeah,
I feel bad for them too.
it does.
yeah.
Anyway, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on. And
so thank you for having me. My favorite show ever. I love this. It's always so much fun.
We'll have you on again in March.
Oh,
yeah, for
our
the
birthday. Oh, and I also, if you don't mind me mentioning, I have a book coming out. It's called my 2026 Horoscope Big Book, and it's written. I'm finishing it. I'm sweating, and like every day, I'm sweating through more edits and layouts and stuff like that. It's going to be finished. And next week on Amazon. So, and you can go to you can go on my website at mysticalmusings by Michelle.com, and it'll have information about ordering it there. But it's not just some little thing, like a little pamphlet. It's like about 600 pages.
Oh my
God! Because it covers each sign and it covers all the stuff. And it's one of those things that's a reference book. It's not something that anyone's going to read in one sitting. It's like you can read it about your rising. It has all the dates. It has all the retrogrades, everything that's pivotal, important, the best days, the challenging days, things to watch out for. So I'm proud of it. So
it'll be a good reference book.
It is. I think it's.
So is it just for 2026 or is it for
2026? Yes.
Wow, and 600 and some pages.
That's a lot of work for 1 year. My gosh.
I kind of got in over my head. I kind of went a little crazy. But I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it big. So I started calling it the Horoscope 2026 and and then I thought, everyone's been calling it the Big Book since I just called it the Big Book.
Why not?
Anyway, so
I can't wait to get a copy.
Yeah. I'll get one for sure.
And when you get the link, I'll share it on my Facebook page. I know there's probably people that I know that would want a copy of that. So
yeah, for sure.
Well, you can already do a pre-order on my website, and if you do a pre-order, I get all the original copies, and the people who pre-order, they're only gonna pay $15 instead of $25. It is big.
Wow.
It's going to be $25 on Amazon, but if you pre-order it, I know everyone loves this. I'm going to autograph it for you and send it to you personally. So anyway.
Well, that's great.
Carrie's going, what?
I'm going, that's not enough money, Michelle.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Not enough money.
just the pre-order special. So that's all that is.
So that's going to be on your website that people can go and get that, pre-order it.
It's already on the website right now.
I'll be doing that tomorrow.
Oh, that's one. Thank you.
I
Sweetie.
want my book.
Me too.
It's always so good to talk to you ladies. And thank you for including me. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best.
Are you going to have any online classes going on or anything like that? Or how can people get a hold of you for a reading? Because you are absolutely wonderful with readings.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. And you send so many people to me, and so do you, Terry. So thank you because I don't really,
Well,
I
you're
do
the
so
best.
much. Yeah. Well, so are you, but just go to my website, Mystical Musings by Michelle, and you can send me a message there. And I am booking up right now, especially in January for 2026 readings. But that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book the way I did. I started it like about 4 months ago because I really wanted to have something that's going to give people really good guidance through the year, month by month. They're going to know this is what I'm going through. This is what Neptune's doing to me, those kind of things. So,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fantastic.
excited. Yeah.
And it sounds like it's in simple terms that people can understand it.
It's not technical at all. Well, I mean, it's fine. I explain it. I break it all down for you. It's in English. And yes, I know I say Mars square this and all that stuff, but it's all broken down for you so that you understand. It has keys and easy to understand. Yes. So
Wow.
That's what people like me need. Easy.
absolutely. Well, I mean, it doesn't make any sense if people don't understand it, right? Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. And if you don't mind, just to stick around for a minute after we're shut down so we can chat a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right.
All righty. Well, Terry, you want to?
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy
Good.
New Year and all that business stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have another podcast till then, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Ron and I we've been so much stuff going on in our lives that it's been hard to.
Yeah. And like Michelle said, with my sign, I need to just tie up the loose ends and relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to hermit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's cold too. It's a good time to hermit.
It really is.
All right. Well, Terry.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. And thanks a lot, Michelle.
Thank you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and look us up on Facebook. Bye-bye.